So how did you get to this point? Like, do you have any special thought that you have, or like a process, or like, how do you do that?
Yeah. So I would say I've always had a lot of curiosity, and like I said, going back to being introduced to craniosacral work at such an early time in my life, I think is why I've been doing this for so long. But you can enter in at any point. The first piece I'd say is curiosity. I have to be curious to listen, to pay attention, to explore my relationship to myself, my relationship to my client. A lot of times, having taught this now for so many years, one of the first thing I hear from physical therapists when they think of taking the 4-day class that I teach is, sounds great, but I don't have time to do anything for myself. If I'm going to take a class, I need another technique to work on someone else. And I would say it was after about 10 years that I've been working in cranial work, and I was a pretty established practitioner at that point. You're out 10 years. I then was introduced to Suzanne Scurlock's Healing from the Core. In the 2 years that I studied the Healing from the Core work was when I think for me, the biggest paradigm shift happened, because all the skills I already knew, all the skills I was bringing to the table, suddenly I think the art of the work started to come in. And so what I would say to, how does someone else explore this? Look at what interests you in terms of being able to study, explore, and invite your own self-awareness around your belief systems and things you bring to the table, whether it's through something like Healing from the Core. There's so many other different systems out there as well. There's some great books out there that, that move into this, the reclaiming your body, I think from Suzanne Scurlock, or Full Body Presence. Sorry. But there's so many wonderful books that will help us begin to explore and kind of take that breath back. Whether it's using your own movement techniques, yoga, continuum, breath techniques. Yes, it's for myself, but I always did it that my excuse initially was, this is what I need to use to really help I want to be a better practitioner. And what I realized is, for me to truly be the best practitioner I can be to others, I had to look at some of my own way of existing and sensing and feeling into the world.
Yeah, I think that's very interesting, that we have to take care of ourselves to be able to help others. So I think most PTs don't pay attention to that part. We're always looking for more techniques. I think our healthcare,
unfortunately, yeah. I think, and it's in some respect really no fault to their own. I think healthcare, the way we view it right now, it's so vast and so big and deep, and everyone's working so hard. And in today's day with COVID, even we are being pushed to the brink of our abilities. And I know that PTs are getting lots of information. I'm starting to see it myself. There's going to be a tremendous number of people that are going to show up with post-COVID symptoms if they haven't already. And all of us are going to need all hands on deck, I think, for many years to come. And for part of our ability, certainly my own personal ability, to be able to do this as long as I do and be in it, if I don't take care of myself, if I don't willingly look at what's influencing my energy, guess what? I might continue to work, but I'm probably going to get a bit burnt out. And once I start bringing that burnt out part, you can run on an empty tank for a really long time. It's just not good for the car. I can run on an empty tank, but it's just not good for my body, and I don't believe it's of any service to someone else. So whenever anyone tells me, well, I don't have time for me, it doesn't take a lot of time. It just takes a little commitment and curiosity, a little bit of trust, to say, okay, I'm going to carve out 10 minutes of my day for silence, or I'm going to make sure I walk 4 times a week. There's ways in which we can offer ourselves the fuel and the energy so that we can bring what we want to bring to the table with our clients in a way that works better for them and us. And I will guarantee both of you will feel better.